Thank you, Achilles. It was a very nice presentation. The reality is that we were famous for killing the biceps, and then when we start thinking of using him as a local autograph, it was a strange idea. And I had many discussions with Achilles about how painful this might have been. And then I started using it sometimes, and then I realized that it was not more painful than other repairs, and also even if we had a retear of the supraspinatus or a partial repair, we still had the anterior cable reconstructed with the biceps, and this was very good. It increased the strength of the patient after the repair. So when I use superior capsule reconstruction, when we have the biceps there, because sometimes the biceps is not there in a massive calf tear, I usually do it because it's so quick to do it and so easy to do it, and probably improves the stability of the repair. So that is about SCR. And that's thanks to Achilles. And now the next topic, it's about technology and how much we own to this technological development. And for me, growing older and remembering the initial stage of arthroscopy and how we're doing arthroscopy, no pumps, just gravity for fluid management, and then scopes of very low quality, no radiofrequency. It was amazing that we could do anything. And then suddenly, better vision. So for the history, it's very interesting that how much we owe to these people that were striving to bring endoscopy into life, and how they changed what we are doing. So what we realized early, visualization is the key to do anything. If you can't see, you can't do it. It's not a matter of skill, it's a matter of vision. Whatever skill we develop with conscious repetition. That is how we learn everything. But before, we have to be able to see. And there were all these improvements, saying better arthroscopic towers, better pumps, dual pumps, inflow and outflow regulating, radiofrequency devices, the ability to manage the bleeding into the site, better cannula. All this made possible what we are doing now. For those who remember, it's sometimes I get to use older technology, scope towers of older technology, and optical instruments of previous technology in some cadaver course, and I remember how we were at that time. And now we have a new device. This is a new pump, and also a pump combining a saver and an outflow and electrocapillary in the same tool. And it was presented to us something like 2 months ago. And I started using it, and all of a sudden it was a change in what we were doing. And this is this pump from Zimmer Bauman. And what it was interesting that as soon as you realized how this was functioning, it made everything quicker and completely different of what we were doing. We had the same hand instrument that it could increase the pressure by just pressing a pedal when you needed increased pressure, and then you could press another pedal next to it, and you could use electrocautery for coagulation. And then there was another pedal that it had two functions. Either you could use it as a saver or as an ablation device. And suddenly the time was expanded because now we didn't have to change anything. We didn't have to take into consideration how bloody was the environment. We didn't have to change from the saver to the radio frequency. We didn't even have to think that, okay, this is a district that I'm expecting a lot of loss of blood, so let's go slowly with ablation. It's going to be slower, but I'm not going to have bleeding. You could still using the saver, then you had bleeding, then you had just press a pedal, the fluid pressure was increasing instantly. You could see where it was bleeding, then press the next pedal, it was coagulation, bleeding stopped, and you could continue with the saver with the same instrument, all going this way. And it was so interesting and so different from what we are doing that I said, okay, we have to present this in our next course. So this is the presentation, this is the pump, and if you like, you can come and discuss about this and how it's working. Thank you for your attention and for being here. As you understand, I'm a technology freak, so anything that has something technological and improves what we are doing is something that makes me enthusiastic about. Thank you for your attention.